you head out to the grocery store, try taking a look around your own yard first. I'm not kidding. You might be able to check off some of the ingredients from your list and do it free of charge.
Yeah, many Oklahomans do it. It's called wildcrafting. And with a bit of knowledge, they managed to save quite a bit of money at the grocery store and have a whole new mealtime experience. Take a look.
Wild foods, the taste of wild, there's nothing that compare.
Jackie Dill is a wildcrafter, which means the wild is her way of life.
I started learning this almost the day I was born.
Jackie takes us on a trip to forage her grocery store.
Let's go, girls.
She says it has more of a variety than the ones most people go to.
Let's walk over this way.
Oklahoma is the second best state for plant diversity, which means you'll find more greens, herbs, and mushrooms out here than in any other state, except Oregon.
Oh, purslane. You can put in salads, and you can cook it like a green.
For many landscapers, dandelions are one of the most annoying weeds, so they spray them to get rid of them. But wildcrafters say these leaves are actually very high in calcium, and they can be used medicinally. But there are more than just greens for your salad out here.
Passion fruit. Smells like the islands, doesn't it?
My kids, they love to have it in their lunch. I have a big bowl of it on the counter.
Catherine Bieber is a wildcrafter and craft author. She uses foraging as family bonding time.
I made my own yeast with blackberries. We've picked dock seed and ground that up for crackers. Once you learn a few things, it's so wonderful. It's like nature's kitchen.
This is probably one of the most beautiful stems of prickly pear cactus that I've ever seen. We use this fruit and we make jelly, and they make a candy out of these.
Her lifestyle is kind of my hobby.
Though Mark Dunham doesn't forage on the same scale Jackie does, this is his playground where he can find things to make his meal pop as the culinary arts director at Francis Tuttle.
Wild sage, wild garlic, wild onions.
Though some of his favorite ingredients come from the wild, he says wild edibles don't always taste delicious. It's something you have to play with.
I've tried some things and I'm like, that's pretty terrible. So let's not do that again. Bee balm can be tasty, but if it's overused, it's like cilantro or cumin. If it's overused, it's just terrible.
The most important rule of foraging, not everything out here is edible.
Because when it rains, all the mushrooms come up overnight, and people are picking them up, and they all want to eat them.
Dr. Ken Conway is a mycologist. He identifies whether mushrooms are edible. He says you need to have 100% identification before you put anything in your mouth.
Now, when I say poisonous, I don't mean you're going to eat them and die. You're just going to be very, very sick and wish that you would die.
And the second rule of foraging is just as important. Never take more than 10% of anything in one area.
I want to make sure it's there next year for my family and other families.
I had so much fun doing this
fascinating.
story.
And the entire time we're watching this, I keep turning to Keisha and I'm like, what did that taste like? What did that taste like?
And he was like, did that grow in Oklahoma? Did this grow in Oklahoma? All of it grows here in Oklahoma. It's beautiful and it really is delicious.
That is wild.
And the thing is, you can make so much more than food out of wild things that grow right here in Oklahoma. I mean, from medicine to beauty products, even laundry soap. She taught me how to make that. And coming up in our next hour, we're going to show you all of these things and more.